like
days, man. You young niggas.
Here we go.
Oh, you can. It's all right to be a dad, but you don't have to look like one.
I'm not saying it like that. What I'm saying is that's a dad hat. You know what I'm saying? That's something a dad would wear.
This is actually, well, I'm a dad. You know what I'm saying? And this is actually, don't worry about it. Just don't worry about it. You know
No. Actually, speak your piece.
Yeah. You know what?
It's a what?
So, I've loved hats my whole life. You know what I'm saying? So fuck it. Well, I had a gang of hats. I've already talked about this, whatever. But I came up on this one cat. He was selling like a bunch of old, like vintage ass hats. So I got a box full of them shits for like the low. And like one of them videos I posted on TikTok cleaning up a hat or whatever, this was one of the hats in that bitch. So these are like.
Was he like an 80-year-old?
Yeah, he was old. No, the box came from the dude's dad. The dude was a grown ass man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I figured the dad had to be like 80 plus.
Oh yeah, his dad is like 70s, 80s, some shit like that.
Yeah,
he's like, yeah, they've been sitting in our barn or some shit like that. So a lot of them bitches had like fucking wood chips and shit on it. I was like, yo. But how you been, fool?
Man, what's up, man? Hey, y'all, welcome to another podcast, man. I know we've been, MIA. I guess Rod ain't gonna start it off, so I'm gonna start it off for y'all, man. Hey, man, welcome back. We back,
Welcome to another episode of Chop It Up with Rob and Eli. I'm Rob. That's Eli. How y'all doing out there? You know what I'm saying? This is the show where we talk about any and everything. So let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about
the Dad podcast.
Oh, my bad, wrong podcast. You know what I'm saying? It's been that long. It's been that long. You know what I'm saying? Meant to hit that button.
Did you just use another podcast? Oh, what?
Hey, Chop It Up. For those of you out there, Chop It Up with Rob and Eli is brought to you by and presented by the That podcast. I'm saying the flagship podcast. You know what I'm saying? So,
no,
you know what I mean? Yes, it is. You know what I mean? Presented and brought to you by the That podcast. I'm saying funded by that.
He is fucking like, I know you didn't just do that. Boy, I know you didn't just do that, but that's not like you, man. I need you to lock in. I know it's been a long time. It's just lock in, bro.
It's been that long, bro. I don't even know what buttons what buttons and shit. So I'm trying this new little setup because I got two fucking mixing boards or whatever, and the main one that's the one with like our main one that I use and shit. But I got this other little one that I got before this one. So I was like, yo, let me hook this one up to this one and try that shit. But it ain't. I ain't hook it up right now, so I can't hear no sounds and shit.
It's been a long time. Talia done quit.
It's all good. We still love you, T.
Talia done quit.
You know what I mean?
Hey, man. We only want loyal people.
That's
if you
right.
ain't loyal, we don't want you.
That's right.
So if you quit, then quit. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Our TikTok followers ain't go down. Our YouTube followers ain't go down. We just lost one person.
Hey,
I'm fine with it.
Hey, it's going to happen. It's not going to be... She's not the first one. She's not going to be the last one. It's the part of the game. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to all the first-time listeners, the loyal listeners, followers, and the ones that used to follow and listen to our show. Shout out to all of y'all. You know what I mean?
She gonna kick out.
She gonna start with you first because she got access to you,
bro. Well, I just know when you post this, I ain't gonna be around. I'm be at work. I'm make sure.
Welcome to the last episode of Chop It Up with Rob Eli, because you may not see Eli again, y'all. What's up, though? What's up,
bro? You been watching that Diddy case?
Fool, I've been wanting to like see that shit, but I've been watching like reports on it or whatever. That shit's crazy though.
Yeah, bro, Diddy is wild, bro. It's just wild to just know what's been going on in this industry, man. What goes on in the industry, but I mean, this is something that's not new.
Yeah.
They was talking about they had the one with the what was he? The male escort.
Yep.
The story about the male escort that came to the house and Diddy was you heard about that one?
Yeah, he was the first witness.
Yeah, the part where I had seen a side video when it was like he was like having sex with Diddy wife and Diddy was like hidden in the shadows. He was like, I didn't even know he was there.
Yeah.
He said he was just jacking off. And I was like, bro, that's weird, bro. Yeah. That's weird.
I seen one where he said he was hired. He was hired to have sex with Cassie. And he's like, yo, this dude was in the corner with a hoodie on and a mask on. And I looked over at him and he started like directing us. And off rip, I already knew who it was by the voice and shit, but he was just sitting there with a mask on and a hoodie on, like jacking his shit. And it was just like, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah. Diddy over here peeing in females' Diddy peeing in females' mouths and stuff. Like it's the who was it Cassie? Was it
All
Cassie?
this was
Who?
Cassie.
No, that got peed in the
Hmm?
mouth and everything. Because she got a new husband now,
Yeah.
right?
All this was Cassie.
So they were saying the husband was in the
Yep.
courtroom, and they done came out with a bunch of videos saying like, if I was that husband and I'm hearing that my wife used to get pissed on and pissed in the mouth and everything, I would walk away. I couldn't be with her no more. How do you feel? Would you be able to stay with her after that, man?
Cool.
Hearing
But
all
that's
that?
like, it's all like traumatic. Like what she went through is wild and like crazy shit. So
Yeah,
I'm already sure like he knew. You know what I'm saying? Like he knew what it was. Like he,
I doubt it.
nah, well,
I doubt it, bro. Women ain't telling that stuff, man.
well, there.
You're not telling that to your dude,
So,
man.
so
I
your
got peed
wife, so your
on.
wife hasn't told you anything traumatic that she's dealt with in the past.
Traumatic, but nothing like
That's
that. There's
traumatic.
certain things that I feel
Everybody's
like.
trauma's different.
No,
Okay, okay.
Rob. Listen, Rob. A lot of stuff like one of the things I take it to the grave type of thing. Like a lot of things you don't take to your next relationship because you don't expect for it to get out 90% of the
Fool, you
time.
marrying somebody.
Like this, I mean, yeah, but something like that though,
Yeah,
like nah, bro.
fool. Yes.
I guarantee you in that courtroom, here's a lot of stuff he did not know. I
I mean, of
guarantee it.
course. I mean, I guarantee there wasn't like, she didn't tell him, oh yeah, they used to piss in my mouth. And there was there was one time where I was laying on the ground and both dudes were urinating in my mouth and I was choking on it. Like, I'm sure she didn't say that, but
That's what I'm saying. So stuff like that. But you said he had to
I mean,
know.
I'm sure he knew about like the details. Like, I'm sure she was probably like, yeah, I used to do crazy stuff. Like, they used to pee
Nah,
on
bro. It's
me
the
or
difference in
whatever, stuff
crazy
like that.
stuff.
Da, da, da.
I,
But like
I
exact
feel.
detail
Listen.
shit, I don't think he knew. That would
I
infuriate
mean, but
me.
that's what I'm saying though. That's what I'm saying though. Like you're in the courtroom and you're hearing all this stuff because you got to understand she was with Diddy, so a lot of stuff she could not tell her new husband. So he's hearing this for the first time. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? A lot of stuff
I mean,
like she's
details,
not
yeah.
allowed to tell. Yeah. So imagine you in the courtroom and you hearing that, and you the new husband, bro. I'm. What do you do in that situation? Like because that wasn't even the tip of the iceberg of what was going on with the peeing in the mouth. Like it was way worse stuff that was going on. I'm not gonna say it because we on social media and everything, but it get crazy, bro. Like what do you do as the new husband?
There's nothing you can do,
Like
fool.
this is wild.
Like as a man, that would infuriate you. You would sit there like pissed, dog. No pun intended.
Would you sit
You know what
there?
I'm saying?
I couldn't sit
Nah,
there.
I wouldn't want to be in there. And they said at
They had to
first,
take the kids
yeah, at
out.
first they said, oh, dude wasn't gonna be in there. They said they didn't. It was like a conflict of interest or something like that because he could be called as a witness. So they said that he wasn't gonna
Mm.
be in there, but I guess he was in there. He better than me.
They had to take bro. I probably bro. I they had to take the kids out. One, that's how you know it started getting real. Real crazy in there. But I I couldn't look at it the same, bro.
I mean, you can't hold nobody to they shit before you.
I ain't holding them, bro, but just knowing that happened, bro, and I'm kissing you and everything. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Maybe that's that young mind, bro. I don't know. But that's just crazy because a lot of people on social media agreeing with what I'm saying. Like, they're like, bro, a lot of stuff that came out, bro, is so crazy, bro, and it's just so nasty and just so certain things you won't ever be able to get over. Like especially when you're looking at this person every day.
Imagine how she feels, yo. You know what I'm saying?
She did it.
Yeah, but it's like trauma though. Like, she was a sex slave, dog. Like a
Yeah,
sex slave. She was told one thing, like, oh yeah, you're gonna sign this 10 album deal, fool. Like, really? A 10 album deal? Like, off rip, that a 10 album deal, it was just like, okay, boom. Motherfucking like well-known artists don't put out 10 albums on one label. There's no fucking way. And then let alone this
yeah,
young ass 19-year-old new attractive former model gets signed to this dude for a 10 album deal, puts out one album, records hundreds of songs, but never puts out another album, and having that dude say, "Oh yeah, we're not gonna put out new music," but you stuck because you signed his contract. But then she was like, "Yo, I love the dude, so I just didn't want to fuck it." Well, it's all trauma, dog. Like, this is all trauma. She could have left, but
yeah,
women who are like in like domestic violent fucking relationships, well, it's easier said than done, man. So I feel
yeah,
for her.
yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's really it really is insane. I was talking to this girl at work, and she was talking about how she used to be in an abusive relationship,
Mm-hmm.
and actually we was talking about this today, and she was like she used to be in an abusive relationship, and the first question all niggas ask is
Why
why
did
you
you? Yeah,
stay, why you stay, why you stay, and she was like y'all just don't understand how deep it
yeah.
goes with it. when it comes to stuff like that. She was like, especially if you've been with somebody for years on top of
Mm-hmm.
years, or the feeling is just too much going on. She's like, then you got people that literally all they have is that relationship. They have no financial
Yep. Dependent.
stability, and they got kids. You
Yep.
know what they're gonna do. So I think a lot of people just they so quick to be like, oh, I gotta just up and leave, but they don't realize like, oh, you can just up and leave, but don't realize how much is actually tied into
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, they don't understand, man. Like a lot of those people are dependent on it. And then a lot of those people blame themselves for what's happening to them. Like I know
Yeah.
somebody personally who's been through a relationship like that, and when they talk about it, it's like, yeah, I was in it, and like I used to get um abused or whatever, like physically, and you felt like you were the one, like you deserved it. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I'm the
Yeah.
reason this person's doing it, when all actuality the person doing it is fucked up.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's
yeah.
insane, bro. I think, but I seen this video. Literally, I seen this video today, and it said that it was basically the lawyer of R. Kelly, R. Kelly's
Mm-hmm.
lawyer, before he got locked up. He was like, if y'all think that Diddy is going down by himself, y'all are absolutely
Who
wrong.
thinks that?
He was like, Diddy has tapes on
Yep.
everybody in the industry that has done things that have done things with kids.
Mm-hmm.
He was like done things with like raping women, drugging women. He's like he got tapes on everybody. He was like, there's no way y'all think that Diddy's gonna go down by himself. He was like, if he goes down, the whole industry is going
I
down.
think
And so he was like, he's surprised that Diddy ain't started singing yet. Like he was like, him not singing yet is
that's
crazy.
because that fool is trying to beat shit. Like his whole team
Yeah,
is trying to make it as a domestic violence case, and they're trying to like mitigate or take away the racketeering and all that stuff. So they're coming out like, oh yeah, he lived a swingers lifestyle, so this is why there was a bunch of people coming in and having sex, and it was a domestic case. There's anger issues, etc. So they're kind of trying to downplay all the shit, but hell no. Well, it was
yeah,
sex trafficking, bro. Like he took her
yeah,
and he
for
was like
sure.
full moving her around, having motherfuckers hit her and
But
all.
see, it's hard to say that when you're in Cassidy's situation, and of course, that's what we know it was.
Yeah,
But when she's saying stuff like, "I didn't want to leave him, I loved him," stuff like that, it kind of take away from it becoming more of a trafficking thing, even though we know that's what it is, to more of a, okay, you could have left. We see that it's sex trafficking, but you decided to stay. You said you loved them, and all that stuff. So now it's no longer sex trafficking. Like you said, it's more like we're swingers, or he play that card now.
mm-hmm.
That card that obviously we know it shouldn't be played, but that's what it is. She's setting herself up for failure when she says things like that. I mean, but shout out to her for being honest.
Yeah. But I seen they had some psychologists, like criminal psychologists, and that they were breaking down her testimony, Cassie's testimony, and even though she was saying I loved him, I didn't want to, I mean, make him mad or whatever. The psychologist was like, "Yo, that's a part of the trauma caused by so and so and so and so. So if she wasn't going through what she was going through, then maybe that wouldn't have happened. But she
Yeah,
had feelings at the end of the day, but all that stuff wasn't what's the word? Like she didn't want to do it. At the end of the day, she didn't want to do it. She felt as if she had to do it because of her feelings towards what's it called. So I don't know. Fool. It's crazy. It's crazy hearing that shit. And
yeah,
I think if dude gets hemmed up for it, I think someone might have him telling me that. I mean, I don't wish that upon him,
yeah,
but people are just trying to like cover their own six. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So
Yeah, I think that because they was even saying like she felt like he had this sick fantasy to be with Beyonce. He was so in love with Beyonce. He would basically she would say you wish I was Beyonce, like you want me to be Beyonce and everything, and he would like be like yeah, like you're never gonna be Beyonce. He basically was in love with Beyonce, but he could never have her because of Jay-Z or whatever. It
mm-hmm.
was bro, it gets deep, bro. Like I really hope like in the near future they come out with like a whole thing about the case and what was said, like a real documentary of what
They
was
probably
said,
will.
how it was said, and everything. Like, I really hope so because we're not going to get all the
Yeah,
details. We're going to get bits and pieces of it. So that is it gets deep though. Like it gets really deep. A lot of people said I seen this podcast where one of the podcasters was there. He was actually in the courtroom. He was like it was so many people I couldn't. He said at the first part of it he had to stand outside the courtroom. He said eventually people started walking out and stuff. I guess because it got
it's so
uncomfortable,
graphic,
and
probably.
he was able to squeeze himself in And he was like, bro, he was like, it was so uncomfortable even for him, and he had nothing to even do with the case. He was like, it just made him feel uneasy. Like it was just crazy.
Hmm.
I was like, man,
That shit's wild, fool. That shit's wild. Fuck, I was gonna say something. For I was gonna say. Damn, I forgot what I was gonna say. But that shit's crazy. Fool, and it's like that's the shit. It's the same shit that happened to Vince McMahon like a couple years ago. Like literally the same shit. Like what's it called? Still under investigation for the shit. Fucking Brock Lesnar. Like it's still that shit happens in the
wow.
industry. When they came out with that old girl came out with like the text messages or whatever, and like,
Mm-hmm.
that's the whole reason why Vince McMahon stepped down. So like this shit is crazy, fool. Like that.
But that's not like you said. It's the whole
Yeah,
industry.
and I wouldn't even want to be a part of the fucking industry, man. That shit is crazy. I've heard stories of like
I remember I
people at
used to.
parties and shit who said like,
Oh yeah,
"Oh yeah, I seen like these little girls," and I was like it's like 2 a.m. Like, why are y'all here? Like, it's crazy, fool.
yeah. It's that. Like I said, like I want to see this list that Diddy got though. I really want to see the
Yeah,
list because I already know of a lot of. We already know of a lot of people that's actually indulging in stuff like that. Like you said with the kids and raping women, drugs and stuff like that.
and
But
men.
it's different. It's different when it's evidence of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When like because Diddy, like I said, Diddy got videos. He got tapes. Like I even heard the Drake song. I forget the name of the song, but he was like, "Thank God, another tape, another what do you say? Thank God, another USB in a safe." Like basically implying like he got evidence also of people because evidence is
Oh
power. If
yeah,
you have
definitely.
stuff like that, like
Facts.
tapes and stuff like that, you control
Yeah,
everything. Like
it's
imagine somebody
facts.
having like you raping somebody on tape. You know what I'm saying? They can control you. Whatever you do
Yep.
is controlled by me now because I got evidence of you doing this
Yep.
and that, and you don't
Blackmail.
want to get out. It's yeah,
Blackmail.
and that's the whole
That's why
industry.
they were saying this is a RICO case on this fool because it's racketeering.
Mm-hmm.
Like this fool he's making people do shit to cover himself, which is like the definition of fucking racketeering and the definition of a RICO.
Mm-hmm.
But I was talking to my wife about it. I was like, yo, back in the day, they used to show trials on TV. Like the OJ trial, they would show that shit
Mm-hmm.
every day on TV, on fucking like court TV or whatever, whatever. I'm like, yo, why aren't they showing this shit on TV? On like some kind of subscription or YouTube or whatever, so that we
They
can watch
can't,
it.
bro.
I know it's
They
graphic.
can't.
I get it, but it's just
It's
like
too graphic.
it's core. It ain't no different from a motherfucking serial killer. They'll show that
Yeah,
shit and they'll have motherfuckers reliving the killings and all that stuff just because
yeah.
like come on, man, come on.
Yeah, they not gonna. That's something they're not gonna show. Like you said, it's too graphic. Too, and then you gotta realize this is not back in the day when the OJ trial was going on. Kids are more involved now. Kids can get on social media. They easily can watch this
Mm,
stuff. Like I just feel like certain things should not be on TV, and everything is on TV
yeah,
now and on
too
social
many
media. So
copycats.
I think it's a smart way not to. I think it's smart that they're not actually putting this on TV because kids can watch it, like I said, and that's not something that I would want my child watching
Hell
or
no.
even seeing or hearing about, even though they're going to hear about it in the future.
Yep.
But they definitely should not put it on TV. I feel like, or like you said, a subscription like PP, like not PPV, like like Showtime or something like that, where you got to
Yeah, pay
pay
per view.
to actually watch it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, or something like
Yeah,
that. Like it needs to be. I can understand
yeah,
that, but it's crazy.
yeah. Fucking when you said that Cassie was like willingly doing it or whatever, that reminded me of something that I saw when it was in regards to women and men and girlfriends and stuff. So the video clip was this dude. He had broke up with his lady, and I guess he was talking to his father or whatever. And the dude was like, "Yo, I'm gonna tell you some real shit." I was like, "That was never your pussy. It was just your turn." And I was just like,
Mm-mm.
"Damn, bro." He's like, "Yeah, it's never your pussy. It's your turn." And I was like, "Wow,
Wow.
fool." That So then I saw like a female podcaster. She talked about the same shit, and she's like, "No, that's just the wrong fucking phrase to say." And I was like, "But is it though?"
It's the truth. It's the
Yeah, like,
truth.
is it? Like, really think about that shit. Everybody out there fucking
Yeah.
listening and watching, listen to that shit. Is it your pussy? No offense to those offended by that, whatever. Or is it just your turn? Now, if you're going with that mindset, to me, it's like if you're going with that mindset, then it's just like, fuck, how long will I fucking have this? And then from the perspective of a
Yeah.
female,
Like is that because if y'all break up, separate or whatever, it's on to the next
yep,
guy. You know what I'm saying? So it's just his turn. It was so that lets you know, like you said, it was never
Yeah.
yours. It was just your turn.
I mean, that can go for
That's
fucking men too,
crazy.
though. Towards the women. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
this ain't your shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I
yeah.
mean?
It was just your
You know what I
turn.
mean? If this was with a
Clown.
younger me, dog, back when I was single and shit, be like, goddamn right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So shit.
yeah.
But
I'm weak,
well, you seen that them inmates that escaped, bro, in
bro.
New Orleans?
Bro, is that not crazy?
Niggas, boy.
What you got on it?
Niggas. Full. So a few minutes ago, actually, fucking. So first off, they were talking about how they were investigating like some shady shit with employees on the inside, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I guess a few minutes ago they just came out with some news talking about they arrested a maintenance man. So
Wow.
the 33-year-old Sterling Williams, a maintenance worker at the Orleans Parish, was booked in Tuesday morning. They said that fool allegedly shut off the water to the toilet and cleared a path so them fools could escape. And then
Wow.
four other employees at the prison are suspended until further notice. Crazy fool.
Bro, they were saying I had seen yesterday, literally they were saying that they escaped at like midnight.
Yeah.
Fool,
Have you
they
seen? You haven't
escaped
seen
at
the clip?
of them running. Yeah, I seen it. I
Yeah.
seen it. They said they escaped at midnight. They didn't realize they were gone for 8 hours.
Yeah.
These
Yeah.
fools had an 8 hour head start, and they done already caught what, three of them? Fool,
Fool, they
one of them
caught.
went four, three or four.
Yeah, there's still four out on the loose right now. I think there's only four, so they caught the rest of them.
Right, they caught all four, all eight of them. I mean, all 10 of them.
Yeah. Yeah. They caught what? Because there's what 10 of them, 11 of them. So
I
there's
don't think they
four
caught all
still
of
at
them.
large. No, yeah, as I'm
Yeah,
saying, there's
because
four at large right now. So fucking what, 6, 7, or
did you
5,
see how
whatever.
two of them? Did you see how two of them got caught?
Full. Yes, I was just about to speak on that.
Stupid,
Dumb
stupid.
as fuck. Dumb as fuck. Full. One of the dudes, the first dude they got caught was caught in the French Quarter under a car. Like
Why they
homie was
kidnap?
like laying. Yeah, the first dude that got caught. So the French Quarter and like Bourbon Street and all that shit is 2 miles away from the fucking prison. So they said the first dude got caught after they found out, and he was laying under a car on fucking Bourbon Street. It's like, yo, what,
So
bro?
you're sitting there for eight
Like
hours.
what? Like
One
what are
of
you doing?
I don't know. See that's just dumb. Okay, so I don't even know if mine compare to those because the ones I know because one dude was literally back at home at his house. They caught
Full.
this man back at home at his house with this ugly fit on. Bro, you should have seen the fit. The boy was so ugly. And one dude coming in was like, "You was gone for 8 hours, and that's the fit you decided to put on." Bro, it was so wild, bro. And then the third dude, he got caught on live.
Wow.
Yes. On I think it was either Facebook or Instagram Live. And he was with a bunch of guys and everything, and they was just showing out like, yeah, he escaped and all this stuff. You know, YNs. Like just stupid.
Full.
And they
I
said like I
full.
think like four of them was still gone. Four of them was still gone. He was like, I hope they got some brains in them because these other fools don't.
Yeah, and that's what I said. Like I've said this podcast episodes previously that fools be telling on themselves, dog. Like
Yep.
they be filming themselves doing dumb shit, and it's like, fool, y'all are telling on yourselves. Y'all are dumb as fuck. So for that fool to get on a live and say some shit like that, moron. I seen
Idiot.
the other the two cats I got caught yesterday or the day before. Them fools were just casually walking down Bourbon Street. Like one dude was like on the sidewalk, like looking down and shit, trying not to get seen by the camera, and then the other homie was like following him, crossing the street. It's like, why are y'all still around, bro?
First off, why are y'all together? Like,
Oh my
why are y'all
fucking
together?
goodness! Because I don't know, they don't know how to
I think
move by themselves, I guess.
but I think that's one of them things where it's like I'm not gonna say can you be mad at them, but what can when you escape, what they don't there's no plan. Not even saying like, oh, I'm gonna have a plan, but it's like you getting out of jail or prison with
Mm-hmm.
nothing. You have nothing, you have nowhere to go. So basically they did this just to have a little freedom. That's literally what it was because there was no way where do you go? You can't go home, you can't go to family, you can't go to friends, they know everything. Like So basically, y'all escape just for a little freedom, just for a little ice cream cone. That's you
which
know what
is
I'm saying?
crazy.
Yeah.
So them
Nobody
fools
flew to
escape
Puerto
for a little
Rico.
freedom.
That's what it
Fool,
was. Let's be real.
a little freedom to add more time to their sentence.
Yeah.
If I'm breaking out of prison, bro, I'm not even in the vicinity. Fool,
Yeah.
these fools are on Bourbon Street in the French Quarter, 2 miles away from a prison that they just escaped from. Why are you in the vicinity of the prison, fool? If I'm
Yeah.
escaping a parish, a New Orleans fucking prison, I'm not even in the state, bro.
Yeah.
I'm on
I'm
the
I'm
fucking
I'm,
Greyhound
I'm on a
somewhere.
bus. I was just gonna say I'm getting on a
Yep.
bus.
Yep.
I'm getting on a fucking bus.
I'm gone. I'm
Don't
going
even
to
I
fucking
and I
Mexico.
don't
I'm
even know
going
where I'm going.
somewhere.
I don't know where I'm
Exactly.
going. Just get me on the Greyhound. I'll figure it out as I go.
Yep.
It's crazy,
Exactly,
bro.
bro.
It's
I'm
insane. And they were saying that they said like you said they were saying that it was had to be an inside help, some inside help or whatever.
mm-hmm.
But it's so crazy because they showed a picture of the toilet. Was it the sink or the toilet? It was the toilet.
The toilet.
It was the toilet. They showed a picture of it ripped out.
Yep.
But when it's ripped out, it's straight outside. And I was like, is that not weird? You know what I'm
It
saying?
was
That once you
I don't think it was outside. It was like they ripped the toilet off and then it was like some wall into something.
it
You
looked
mean
like
like
outside,
outside
like it
like
showed straight
nature
outside.
outside?
Like it was outside from what I saw, if I remember right. Like, bro, they ripped it, like they showed it ripped out, and when you look, the camera the way it was pointed straight outside, and I was like, well, that don't look right. Like that don't even like. But they were saying the bolts that was on there had to be it had to be an inside job. They said it was definitely one of the officers that gave them a tool to get the bolts off. Cause it was like, there's no way that you can
Yeah.
just pull that off by hand. You have to actually unscrew them bolts and stuff. It was a bunch of that was in it, so they definitely got inside help. But it's like, what are you helping these fools to escape for? What
Yeah,
like
exactly.
what are you helping them to escape for? Because my first thing, if you ask me to escape, what are you escaping for? Oh, I just want to get out of here. I want to get out. But where are you gonna like you get out of here for what? Just to come right back in? And now I'm in with you? Like what's the purpose of
Yeah,
escaping?
exactly.
Well, like what's the
Exactly.
purpose for escaping? I don't get it.
So then fools, I guess the one of the cats who's still at large, who's like in prison for second degree murder with no possibility of parole, he's serving life, told him to turn the water off. And instead of the maintenance man reporting it to the guards or whatever, he just shut it off. So I was like, all right, like that wasn't sketchy to you, fool. And then like you said, like, what are you getting, fool? Like what are you getting for letting them out? Like these fools ain't like CEOs and shit. Like
Hmm. You better put
what
my
you
family
getting,
better be
fool?
taken care of. My family better be
Man,
taken care of. They ain't got to worry about nothing for the rest of their life. Like for me to do something like that, bro, it has to be something really big in it for me. Like to where the point where I don't mind turning myself in after I do it. Like my family good. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't got to worry about them
yeah.
struggling or nothing. But these fools, like, so it's still one loose.
No, there's four loose.
I
Them
knew I
fools
wasn't
escaped
tripping.
that, like you said. Yeah, there's four at large. They escaped around one. They weren't at the muster at 8:30. Fucking yeah,
8 hour head
they're
start, and these
missing it.
fools are hiding under a car at somebody at at your own house, and you're
Yep.
on live. Like,
Fool, have you seen the video of them fools like breaking the door? Like like there's a video of them fools like pulling this door and busting it open.
no, I didn't see that.
Yeah, they fool. It's wild though, dog. Like crazy,
I
crazy. And
guess.
then
I guess. Go ahead.
fool the the space that they had to slide in between, like when they ripped that toilet off, full. So it was like the hole in the
It's
wall, and then
small.
there was like rebar, full. Like, did
Yeah.
you see the size of that fucking hole
Yeah.
they had to squeeze through?
Yeah.
Damn, dog.
They didn't give a fuck. I mean, the guy that had the double life sentence, okay, I can see why
Yeah,
you did it. You know what I'm saying? I can
yeah,
see why you did it. They were saying some of
yeah.
these fools didn't even have life sentences. Some of them
No,
finna
they
get out.
didn't.
It's like,
Yeah,
what are you
gun
doing?
charges, gun
You know what I'm
charges, and
saying?
like drugs and stuff like that.
Like, what?
Do your
What the?
bid, fool.
Like, now you just trying to fit in, bro. Like, come on, bro.
Yep. Now you
That
about to do longer, fool. Like crazy, homie. Crazy. Like you said, like the dude, second degree murder, life sentence, no parole, never getting out. I
yeah,
get it. I understand
yeah.
it. But like you said, the mother fools, dog, full gun charges and shit like that. Like, come on, man. Come on, dog. Yeah,
This is stupid.
niggas.
That remind, and it
Yeah,
made me think about this thing. You know Charleston White, right?
yeah.
Charleston White, that's my guy. I like Charleston White. I like what he stands
I
for.
fuck
A
with him
lot of
too.
people don't like him, but I fuck with.
I
He
fuck with. He
said
keeps it
something that
real.
make he keep it real, bro. And like it's
Yep.
like a lot of people don't. But you know what I realized? It's not that nobody doesn't like him. It's the fact that famous people that's on the platforms that's in the industry, they don't like him. People like regular people like us, we love him. You know what I'm saying? Because he exposing
Yeah.
people. He letting them know what it is. And he said something at an interview that stuck with me. It really stuck with me because it showed how corrupt we are as people. He was saying, he said, I'm going after the people that sell drugs. I'm going after the people that kill people. I'm snitching on them. I'm snitching on
Mm-hmm.
all the bad people. And he said, but all you guys look at me as the villain for telling, for exposing these people and everything. And I was like, wow. He was like, I'm not the villain. I'm exposing the villains. He was like, these people are killing y'all kids, y'all babies, these gang members and stuff, and y'all talking about snitching or you a punk for
Yeah.
telling and all this stuff. He was like, I'm doing y'all a favor. But it made me think because when Charleston White first came out, I was like, bro, this man just be snitching just to snitch. He a snitch, motherfucker. But then when he said that, I was like, damn, is he doing anything wrong? Is he really doing anything wrong when he says, I'm finna call the cops on you? Oh, you just said that on my live? I'm finna call the cops on you. I'm finna report your page and tell the cops what your name is and everything. Is he wrong? Because he's literally going after the people that we don't want to run into on the street with our
Mm-hmm.
kids or our wives. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to deal with that. Is he really wrong? And when he said that, I was like, well, I used to look at Charleston White, right? I used to look at Charleston White like he was the problem. But he's
Yeah.
not doing nothing wrong. And for us to think that lets you know how corrupt we are into thinking that that's just normal. People
Yeah.
killing, people selling these drugs on the street to our kids and stuff, or to just raping women and stuff like that. Like, it's just so normal to us that when somebody like Charleston White does come in, he talking about police that, police this, police that, police this. It's like, oh, you weird, bro. You a pig, you a fed. You know what I'm saying? You just snitch, and it just
Yeah.
show how corrupt we are.
Yeah. Exactly. I agree with you. I agree with you. Like if his like whole purpose in life is to go like kind of like set people up and then snitch on them, then okay, I get it. That's fucked up. But if something is like being brought out to him or like happening in front of him and he's going and like reporting it, whatever, do you know what I'm saying? I don't see anything wrong with that. And just like you said, our culture, it's just the hood politics. Like, oh, the hood fucking, oh no, you ain't, you telling, oh, you a snitch. Like, nah, fuck that, bro. Fuck that. That's why I fuck with him, because he just keeps it real. Like, that's how he feels. Like, he ain't like some nobody fool. Like,
Mm,
this fool done been through some shit. Like, he used to bang. He used to do shit. There's a reason why he got the glass eye. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? Like, he knows, like, he knows that shit. So I fuck with him, dog.
yeah,
But a lot of niggas out there, bro, y'all gotta fucking think, dog. Like, think. Then that's why I say all the time, like, for us as a culture, we have to do better, bro. We have to do better. There's this perception in our fucking minds, or our culture's minds, like, oh, we have to be this certain way. We have to be hood. We have to be this. Like, nah, man. You want to get money, bro. There's so much money out here to be had. Do it a different way. Like, don't be seen as the ignorant nigga. And
yep,
I saw a clip today. So Andrew McGregor, I think that's his name, the creator of the Boondocks.
mm-hmm,
He was doing a speech. I think I saved that. He was doing a fucking speech, and he was talking about black culture. And he was like, we're seen a certain way because of white people or some shit. White people were like, "Oh yeah, we have a time frame of how we're supposed to be, and that shit expired." You know what? I'm gonna play that shit. What he said was just so fucking real, and it was in 2013 when he said it. And if you think about it, what he said nowadays is just like, damn, this fool saw it before we even fucking knew.
mm,
And this dude, like, he created the Boondocks. And the culture loves Boondocks and shit.
mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't. For Charleston White, man, it's just like, do your thing, bro. I mean, do your fucking thing, homie.
Are you about to play a video?
I was gonna play the audio. I'm gonna stop saying I got that shit saved, because every time I
You
think I
don't.
have something saved, I don't have a say.
But see, speaking on that, that whole you had said something before this. You had brought this up when you was like, our culture needs to change. Like niggas, like we just need to do better. I seen this video of this kid, bro. He was 17, bro. Oh, it irks me, bro. This makes me so mad because they're setting us up for failure, and these kids, these our kids don't even know it, brother. Like I had to talk to my little brother 2 days ago, bro, because what was 2 days, like Saturday, because he was going out to the club. He was going out with his wife, and he's 21, bro. And I'm telling him like, yo, be careful, fool, be careful. Like he like, oh, I
Yeah.
ain't worried. I got that gun on me and everything. And in my head, I'm thinking, fool, like you kill somebody, you going to jail for life. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
at what point is this tough shit not tough anymore? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I told him, I was like, bro, you're not thinking. Yeah, it's cool that you got a gun. I know you gonna think your friends think it's cool, but like, you shoot somebody, bro, you're in jail for the rest of your life. I said, but I couldn't get mad at him because we've all had this mindset. You know what I'm saying? Like we've all thought like this. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, how do I maneuver with my little bro to where he knows like I'm not trying to sit there and be like on some lame shit, but I'm just letting you know, like, bro, your dad that's gonna go to jail the rest of your life, and you're not built for prison. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You're not built for this. But I say that to say, I seen this video. This 17-year-old, I don't know if you saw it or not. He was in the interrogation room he basically killed somebody.
Uh-huh.
And he said he killed somebody, and I guess they called his mom or whatever for questioning or whatever. And he comes and he tells on himself. And basically he's gonna go to jail for the rest of his life. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, no, I just want to go home. He was like, I thought y'all was just calling me in here for questioning, like not to keep me here and go to prison for the rest of my life. He was like, no, just let me go home real quick. He was like, I promise you, I just thought this was a questioning. I didn't know y'all was gonna keep me. He was like, and the officer literally said, you just took somebody's life and you thought you wasn't gonna go to jail. And he
Yeah.
said, I think his response was, they talk about it on music all the time, like it's on all the music videos and everything. But it just shows you that they don't know. They've messed us up. They messed these young kids up so much that they don't realize like there's there's something behind that killing, like that you don't see, that the videos that these rappers are, or these songs that these rappers are coming out with, that they're not doing. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? The shit that they're not actually doing. You got a couple of them that's doing it and got away with it, but they're not actually doing. Like, there's consequences behind that. So this dude starts crying like, no, I just want to go home. My mama told me I was just gonna come in for questioning. I was gonna be back before dinner. And now he's not getting out no more. He's in prison for the rest of his, like, he's in jail going to prison for the
Yep.
rest of his life. You know what I'm saying? And it
Tried
just,
as an adult.
when he said that, it was just like a wow, like he really did not know. And it wasn't him trying to be funny. He was a 17-year-old kid. He was like, that's what they said on the music videos and stuff. Like, I didn't see nothing wrong with it. And he was
You old
legitimately
enough, man.
serious. Bro, it broke my heart, bro. It broke my heart.
Man, you old enough, dog. Like you can't be that stupid, bro. It was a black kid.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy. 17, fool. Like when I was a teenager, it was a different time. I knew everything I was doing, bro. I knew it. I knew the consequences, but at the time it was just like whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. I'm gonna do this anyway. Woo woo. It's just like, fool. I don't know. The generation nowadays is just crazy, and I don't like to say that because it makes me feel like an old ass man. Because I know that old folks now were saying it about us and shit, but that shit is true, man. Everything comes full circle and it happens, but this generation is crazy. I saw a video the other day when it was this dude, this youngster, and homie was going in talking about, no, I'm not entitled. Like, I'm not entitled. I didn't ask to be brought into this world. You brought me into this world. So why would you bring me into a world that I'm going to struggle or I'm struggling for? Like, I'm not entitled. Everything I have is owed to me because I was brought into this world. So, like, I don't use the term entitled or privilege or none of that. If I had the control over me coming into this world and I knew I was coming into a world that was poor or underprivileged or whatever the case may be, I wouldn't have came into the world, but I didn't have that choice. You brought me into this world. And if you couldn't take care of yourself, why would you bring me into this world and have me struggle just like you? So like, I'm not entitled. Everything I get is owed to me. And I was just like, damn, fool.
But he's right. Is he wrong?
Bluetooth connected.
Yeah. So here's that audio of fucking Andrew McGregor real quick.
Before my time and before your time. But what people consistently underestimate today is how the nature of mass media has transformed society.
It's Aaron Magruder.
10 people control 90% of everything you see, read, and hear in this country. 10 people. And they want to tell you that Cuba has state-run media. 10 people. Who are those 10 people? Well, you can look them up. They're not hard to find. That, in and of itself, is problematic. When you consider that these 10 people all need permission from the U.S. government.
This ain't even the fucking clip. Never mind. God damn. But anywho.
I guess we're going to crop that part out.
No, I'm going to let it ride. Everything's real rap raw around here, dog.
Here you go. That's what got us in trouble last time.
Hell nah.
But that's
fucking damn. Where is it at, bro? The one I was talking about was him saying, so he was talking about white folks, and he's like, the reason the black people act the way they act is because they feel like they're owed something from white people. And everything that happened to us in the past is expired now. How white people look at us and see us, that has expired. So back in the day, after it happened, like slavery and emancipation and all that stuff happened, white people felt bad. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm sorry for this, and this. So nowadays, what he was saying, Aaron Magruder was his name, creator of the Boondocks. He said, nowadays, if you're looking for that from white folks, you're not going to get it because it's expired. They don't give a fuck now. They don't care. They don't give a shit about black folks and the struggle and all that stuff. And he said that in 2013, bro. And that resonated with me because like nowadays, everything that goes on nowadays in 2025 is basically what he was saying. Motherfuckers don't give a shit about black folks and the culture and all that stuff. Like, that's why everybody is treading lightly. And when it comes to race and shit and people and stuff like that, it's funny. And I noticed it the other day. Like, I live in a affluent area, like I've said before, and it's predominantly white folks. There's black folks here, but there's predominantly white folks. And I notice it when I talk to like the neighbors, or if I'm at the grocery store and I'm talking to just random white people. You can sense that it's different when they talk to me. It's just different. I don't know what it is. I can't like pinpoint what it is, but it's different. And it's just like, I don't know. It's weird. And one time my wife and I went to the store and she got into it with some lady, which my wife was, I guess she was in a bad mood. And the lady had asked her something like, oh, do you know where the so-and-so is? And my wife was like, no, I don't work here. This and this. And I was like, yo, like chill. You know what I'm saying? Like you kind of like, exactly. Like, yo, you kind of bit her head off. And then I guess the lady went to the associate and like my wife was like, yo, she's over there like pointing at me, talking about da-da-da-da. And so my wife started getting loud. I was like, yo, just come over here. So I guess the lady was telling the associate that my wife shouldn't be allowed back into the store. She's rude. She's like, oh, she's scared, et cetera, et cetera. I was like, yo, what the fuck, bro? I was like, what the fuck? So that started a whole thing with me and my wife because my wife felt like I was taking the lady's side. But I was like, yo, you kind of initiated this shit. Mm-hmm. So I'm not justifying what she did. What she did was wrong. The lady. Like, are you serious? Just let it go, bitch. Yeah. The fuck? Yeah. Like, if I wanted, I could have egged it on and been like, yeah, go get her, babe. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You right. Fuck her. But me trying to be an adult and just like, yo, that's not worth our time. Right. So it was just like, I don't know. I went on a little tangent. I don't even know why I went on that tangent. But yeah, what Aaron Magruder or McGregor was saying, Magruder, it was just crazy. It really resonated with me. And I was like, yo, I got to bring this up on the fucking pod. I wish I had the clip. But yeah, motherfuckers don't got no sympathy for the culture nowadays, man. And I
feel like, but I feel like also like, it's like you said, well, I ain't gonna say like you said, but it was a long time ago. I feel like us harping on that still is crazy work. Because a white person told me at work that he was like, and he no disrespect. He was like, y'all know me, and he cool white guy, like cool. Mm. And he was like, black people move as if they were there for that. He was like, black people move as if they were there for that now. And he said, and y'all treat us as if we were there for that.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, that's not fair. And I was like, and I said, well, he was like, I said, me being me,
Yeah.
just something ain't right
Stirring
with me.
shit up.
I was like, yeah, but if you was there, you would have indulged in it. And of course, he was like, no, I wouldn't. I was like, well, no, yes, you would have, because you would have been brought up that way. That's would have been
Yep.
all you know. So it would have been right. But
Yep.
he was like, okay, you're right. He said, but you're bringing up what ifs. He was like, we're not there. And he said, black people look at it as if, he was like, black people literally move as if, what if we was there? But it still happened though, but you wasn't there when it happened. We don't know how it feel. We don't know how any of that feel. We don't know how it feels to be picking cotton or to be getting whipped. Yeah, people love to say our ancestors are our ancestors. You don't even know your ancestors. If you want to be real, we don't even know our ancestors. What do we know? Maybe our great granddad. Some of us rarely our great great granddad or great 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 grandma. You know what I'm saying? But we don't
Yeah.
know. We don't know our ancestors. They didn't sit there and talk to us about what happened to them. You know what I'm saying? They didn't tell us to where it's like, oh, now to fuel me because I know you and you went through that. You know what I'm saying? We ain't, you know what I'm saying? We didn't have that. So he was like, y'all move as if like y'all was physically there and mentally there. He was like, y'all go off of stories. And he was like, and that's not fair because we get punished for something that we didn't do. And yeah, you could say, yeah, we would have did it, but he was like basically saying like, but we did not do it, and we were here with you guys, and we laugh and joke with you guys all the time. Yeah, you got a few white people that's racist or whatever, but he was speaking real, and it made me look at everything different. You know what I'm saying? Because we do move as black people as we were there. Like we're owed something. Because that guy don't owe me nothing. He didn't do nothing to me. Now, his ancestors, yes, they did stuff to my people, and you know what I'm saying, but that has nothing to do with this guy. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I don't know, man. Like,
That's real. I can
yeah,
seeing it from like their perspective, from somebody's perspective that, I can understand it. We have we have a cat. We actually talked about this the other day or last week. So dude, I got a younger cat who works for me or whatever, white dude. And homie's from Michigan. So Yankee. Okay. If you want to split the whole north south shit, he would be seen as a Yankee in old times, whatever. So I guess this dude, one of my little homies or whatever, he's second class, the white dude. He was born and raised in the South, like deep South, bro. And he was raised with predominantly black dudes. So he cool cat. And he ends up talking to this dude and he questions him about something. So the dude, the Yankee cat, had like a shirt with like a Confederate flag or some Confederate something hanging somewhere or whatever. So the other white homie from the deep South, he's like, yo, why do you got that? And then he's like, oh, it's tradition, blah, 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 this and this. So the homie's like, you don't even know what that means. Like, why do you have that? You don't even know the meaning behind it. You don't have no idea what it means. So they tell me this. They're both there. They're telling me this. So I was like, it's tradition. So everything that is behind that flag, regardless of what you want to believe, there's things that are associated with that flag that incorporate slavery and racism and all that stuff. It's a part of the flag. You may not want to acknowledge that part, but it's a part of the flag.
Wow.
So don't acknowledge certain things of certain things, like little pieces that you want. Don't pick and choose. You wear that flag, you're representing all of it.
That's wild. That's wild. That's wild.
Yeah.
You speaking right now.
Yeah. So dude was like, oh, I was like, yeah. Like, just don't think, bro. Think. Like, this isn't the first time I've had to deal with this situation. Because if you're from, I was like, dude, you're not even from the South, bro. Like, you're a white man. You're a white country boy. I get it. You're a country boy. So you feel as if, oh, yeah, I'm a country dude. I got to wear fucking Confederate flag. Like, motherfucker, you're from the fucking North. If you were back in the day and around them times, they would look at you like a fucking Yankee. They would call you a Yankee. You weren't even welcome in their fucking parts.
Get the same
You
treatment
were the
we get.
motherfucker beefing with them, the
Yeah.
Confederate motherfuckers. Like let's think. Like, know your history,
But see,
bro.
they
Like,
don't.
what the fuck?
But like you said, know your history. You that's the thing
Exactly.
because I never thought about it that way. You literally opened my mind to thinking about it in a different way because I didn't think about it because I see Confederate flags all the time. But
Yeah.
the thing is, like you said, don't take what you want to take out of it. It's like being in the game, but
Mm-hmm.
you only want the part of just people knowing you in the game with the flag and
Yep.
you that's it.
Yep.
Nah, you gonna take the game, take what all come with it. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
Let's go run it, let's go do this and you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Let's take everything that come with it. So when you
Exactly.
said that, it makes me think like how many of these young kids or these young folk, 'cause they all young, they're
Mm-hmm.
walking around with this Confederate flag, Confederate, the Confederacy and all this and that, and they don't even know what
Exactly.
all comes with it. That's why I go back to the whole slavery thing. We wasn't there for that. Just like the guy you was talking to, he wasn't there for that whole time when it actually the Confederate flag and all that was actually big. He wasn't
Yeah.
there for that stuff. So, like you said, he's just a follower. That's literally what it is.
Yeah.
Just being a
Exactly.
follower.
Yep.
It's insane.
Exactly. It is, man. Like, I've had to deal with that before, like years ago too. I was on one of the ships I was on. We were off, and we were in we share a head. I was in G1 at the time, and us and G3 shared a head. And a dude walked in the fucking head with the Confederate flag shirt on. Fool never wore it again after that.
No shit.
Yeah, you know what I mean. I'm just saying, it's just, and not even. Fool, I seen something online where motherfuckers were protesting a statue because like as of late, statues have been coming down because of what they're associated with, like the person that's being acknowledged in the statues. Schools have been renamed because of all that stuff, the woke era type shit.
Mm-hmm.
But there was one protest I seen. It was dudes with Confederate flags and stuff like that, and it was the dude who had the flag was saying the same thing, and he's like, "Yeah, tradition, this and this." So then the person interviewing him was like, "Oh, so are you a racist?" He's like, "No, I'm not." He's like, "Oh, but do you know what is associated with the flag?" And he just gave him a history lesson, and dude was just kind of like, as an old white man, he was just like, he's like, "Okay, next." So then it's just dumb shit like that.
Yeah,
Just dumb
because
shit.
when I see a Confederate flag, I automatically think you don't like black people. I automatically
Yeah,
think racism because that's not the only thing that comes with it, but that's a part of it.
yeah,
So that's the narrative I have in my head. So automatically I know to stay away from you. Automatically I know I can't maneuver with you the way I want to, so I got to go this way
yeah,
because that's what I assume. But then you come and you dapping up black people. You come and you
yeah.
laughing and joking at the child table with black people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you like that like you told me before, like you said earlier, that lets me know that you're not knowledgeable. You don't know what all
Yeah.
comes with that. And it's just
Whatsoever.
crazy, bro. It's like false claiming.
Yeah.
I look at it like false claiming.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. That's a
That's
good way
literally
to
what
put
it
it.
is.
And I had one of my homies from back in the day when I first joined. He was from a northern state like Iowa. He was from like Iowa, and he drove the big ass truck with the big wheels, fucking cowboy boots, fucking cowboy hat type shit, and he had a little Confederate flag on the back of his truck. But that fool, he would always say like, "Fool, Rob, you my brother, bro. You my brother. This is this." But then it's like, what's up with that flag, dog?
Yeah.
What are we doing here? Like why? Because you're a country boy, you gotta have a Confederate flag. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man.
See, but I guess that's what come with but it made me think about this woman I work with. She's white and I love her
Mm-hmm.
to death. I love older
Yeah.
woman. She's an older woman. She's like gotta be almost 60. At Pizza Hut. She worked with me at Pizza Hut. And
Mm-hmm.
sweet woman, sweet woman. And she basically was like, she was like, why can't we all just be one happy family? Basically, like everybody just come together as one. Why does it have to be blacks against whites? She's like, I can't wait
Yeah.
till Trump just ends all that. And I told her, I said,
Mm-hmm.
that will never end. I was like, that
Yeah.
that
Ever.
legitimately will never end. She's like, yes, it will. She's like, why not? Why not? Why can't we just get over it? She's like, slavery happened. Okay, cool. It's over with now. We moved on. And I said, no, you moved on. I said, but a lot of black people haven't.
Mm-hmm.
But then I also was like, I said, we will never get to become equal. I said because she was like, white people don't even look at black people in a bad way, and I was like, that's a lie. I said you still have racist white people, you still have racist black people. I
Yep.
was like, it would never be. I told her about the whole Food Line story, and she's
Yep.
like, I promise you they weren't looking at you because of that. Yes, they was, fool. Like,
Yeah.
but it just showed. Like, I had to tell her like it would never happen. She just in her mind, she got so angry. She had to walk away from me. She did not believe that it was not possible.
Mm-hmm.
Like she legitimately felt like it was something that could happen. I told her, I said, I would love to live in a world to where we can coexist and just be, loving, caring, the way God wanted it to be or whatever. I
Yeah,
said, but
definitely.
the reality is that will never happen. It will always be race against race. That's just straight up
Yep.
what it is. And black
Yep.
people is gonna always be black against black. That's just always what it's gonna be.
Which is crazy. For that part right there is crazy to me because it's like black people versus white people versus black people. So it's like black people are against the white people, but then black people are against the black people at the same time, which is wild to me. And then
Yep.
that takes me back to what you said. Like, so with people, and when it comes to like the black and the white folk, like, yeah, we weren't there. You know what I'm saying? Like, no one was there, but there are modern day things that affect us due to that. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why, going back to what your white homie said at work, it's like, yeah, we weren't there. Black folks act like what if, or like you were there. It's
Yeah.
because that shit's still going around. That's
Yeah.
why.
You're right.
Me and a fucking white dude, I can go in and apply for a job with this big ass beard being black and sit next to this preppy white boy. Who the fuck do you think they're gonna call back, bro? I can be
Yeah.
as equally qualified to this motherfucker, but I look like a big black Muslim motherfucker. You think they're
Yeah.
gonna hire me over this preppy ass white boy? Like, come
And
on,
that's
man.
real. That's real. There was this
Exactly,
white
and that's
cop.
just facts. I'm not even being biased as a
No,
black dude. It's
no,
just
that's real. That's real because it was an interview with this cop, and this cop was like, "I've never discriminated against white folks. I've never discriminated against black folks." He was like, "I treat everybody I pull over the same." He was like, "I don't
yeah,
discriminate." He was like, I promise you, I
cap,
don't." He was like, "Black people love me, white people love me," and this black guy was like, it was this young black guy, and he came behind, and he was like, "That's not true." He said, "As much as you want it to be true," he said, "that's not fucking true." He said, because he was like, I know for a fact, if you pull over a white person, you're not going to be timid. He said, but if you pull over a black person, you're going to be way more timid if you pull over a black person than a white person. And he was like, nah. He was like, he's like, honestly, am I lying? He said, what is the first thing you think about when you pull over a white person? And he was like, I think he said something like, oh, give him a ticket and let him go about his day. He said, be completely honest with me. He said, when you pull over a black person, what do you think? He said, even if you don't
guns,
treat him
drugs.
different, he was like, what do you think? He was like, and he got quiet. You could tell like he started thinking, like really thinking about his mindset. He was like, first thing I'm thinking about is like, basically like, hopefully I'll make it home, or like hopefully there's nothing, like, is there something in the car? He was like,
Yeah,
I don't even. He was like, I didn't. He basically said, I never thought about it like that until you put it in front of me. He said, because I treat both races the same. But he said, I guess I can see where there's a difference on the color of your skin once I pull you over. He said,
yeah,
because he's like, I don't know what a black person is going to do to me. He's like, I can treat them nice and they can treat me nice or whatever. And I'm not going to treat them no different. He said, but I am a little timid. I am more eager. I'm more ready to grab if I need to. You know what I'm saying? He's like, I'm thinking about
yeah,
all this. He's like, but I never thought about it like that. But it just shows, like, back to what I told the woman, like, it would never be black and white folks are equal. It would never be that.
yeah.
It could never be that. You know?
Yeah, we're always gonna be seen different, and
Yeah.
it's not to say that every black person ain't doing it. Like, there's reasons why if a black person gets pulled over, a black person is nervous at the steering wheel. There's a reason why a white cop is nervous walking up to a black person's car because shit has happened. So
Yeah.
that's understandable. But for you off rip, every time you pull over a black person, is like, all right, oh shit, oh black dude, oh fuck, oh
Yeah.
black woman, oh she about to be fucking ghetto on me, da da
Yeah.
da, or you know what I'm saying. So it's like I understand why, but just the stereotypes and all that stuff, I don't know, I
Yeah.
don't know, man. It's
Yeah.
wild. So it's like it's not a thing of yeah we act like we were there or whatever. Nah, it's shit that branched off and it's cause and effect, man. Like it still happens to this day. There's
Mhm.
no equality in regards to black folk. We have a deficit, bro. We have a deficit. How many fucking when you look at money and businesses, how many motherfuckers do you see out here, dog? Like it's white dudes, white dudes, white dudes. And I saw something the other day. Obama was like, "For all this shit that Trump is saying and doing, imagine if I did it. What would happen to me if I did it?" And this is
Mhm.
Obama, dog. This is like the elite fucking black dude in our culture, bro. Like the one who's like made it, who's broken barriers and shit. The dude that the black folks, the culture look at like, damn, this
Mm-hmm.
motherfucking broke barriers, the first black president. So he was like, yo, imagine if I did half the shit that fucking Trump has done or is doing. Imagine what would be done to me, what would be said about me. Imagine that. Like, what do you think? And it's like, think about that shit. Everybody out there watching it and listening right now, think about that shit. If Obama did and said half the shit that Trump has done, y'all will be going for that fool's head, bro.
Mm-hmm. He would
And
have got
that's
kicked out.
exactly. And that's just the fuck fool. He would catch so much scrutiny and just catch so much heat from every fucking body. It's crazy, dog. It's
Yeah.
crazy. And that just solidifies the point we fucking made. It's not going to be equal, dog. There's no equality when it comes to black and white folk. And it's a shame too, because it's like, of all the cultures, we're the ones that get the most. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In my opinion, like there's
What you get the
Mexican,
most?
like scrutiny and fucking slack and heat
I
and
think
stereotypes and shit like that.
I
But
would say that.
I guess
I
because
think
I'm a black person.
I think Mexicans get it the worst. With Trump in office,
I was gonna speak about that. I was gonna say Mexicans catch shit too, but
they get it. I think they get it the worst, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I think that a lot of people, we so caught into black that we don't see what's going on outside of black. Like, we actually have it good compared to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you got some
yeah,
Mexicans and Puerto Ricans that's actually thriving or whatever, but bro, they're getting it to work, bro. They're having the blues. I talked to this at Pizza Hut, this one girl. I hope she don't see this video, but she was telling me like her card is like she has her green card, but she said they're basically trying to say that she don't have her card. And
that's
so
crazy.
she's terrified, bro. You should see her, bro. She's so every time we talk about it, bro, because I check up on her like, hey, how's it going? Like
Yeah,
y'all, it's saying it's terrified, bro. And it's just like, dang, what
it's
if as
sad.
black people, somebody didn't want us black people here, and so now we're fighting to stay in the United States. You know what I'm saying? We're fighting
Yeah,
to stay
yep.
here. Like, bro, that's a hard feeling, bro. Just to think like tomorrow, cause they were kicking people doors down to get to them,
Oh
to get
yeah,
them
I know.
back to they. You know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
they having it bad right now, bro. And when she said like you should see like her eyes start tearing up and stuff, and I'm like, bro, you're gonna be okay. Like, you know
Damn.
what I'm saying? Don't worry about it. She's scared to go. She's even scared to go and try to figure out what's going on because she think that'll be the last time I'm able to come work here. That'll be the last time I'm here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's a different type of fear. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I think they have it right now. I ain't gonna say they have always had it the way, but as of now, bro, they definitely have it the worst because we have a lot as black people.
that's true,
I
dog.
feel
Yeah, that's
even
true.
businesses, we have a lot of businesses. I feel like the reason
Yeah.
we don't have businesses is because black people ruin themselves. Black
Yep.
people they feel too entitled and we ruin ourselves as black people when it comes to our own businesses. So I think that's why we don't thrive so much with our own personal businesses and versus white people who they know the game. They have teachers. They're not cocky. I mean, you got them cocky people, but they do it different than we do it. Black people do it. We ruin ourselves every time. It never fails. White people are not ruining us in
Yeah.
business. It's ourselves. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't know, man.
Damn, that's real though. That's real. Because I know I grew up in a predominantly Mexican culture, so like I got a lot of love for Mexicans. Fool. I got a lot of love for Mexicans, man. Like I grew up with them folk. You know what I'm saying? That's my people. So like I never thought about that. Like I've seen like the protests and all that stuff, and I see it, but it's like I don't hyper focus on it because it's like okay, cool. Like I mean, that's not cool, but it's like all right, damn, they're going through some shit. That's fucked up. But
Yeah.
then it's like that's what it is. It's like damn, it's fucked up. And it's like me, I guess, because me being a black man, it's like what I'm focused on and all that shit. So everybody out there is fucking everyone out there who's not white is going through some shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So and just I would love, like you said, I would love for everybody to be equal, fool. Everybody. I saw a video yesterday, and uh it was a dude. He was a construction worker. I guess he was Mexican, and he was sitting there, and you just see his feet, and ICE walks up on him, and they're like, ICE starts speaking Spanish to him, and they're like, yo, in Spanish, he's asking him if he can speak English, and he's like, yeah. So dude is speaking to him in Spanish, and then he replies like, yes, I can speak English. So then they start speaking English. Dude, the ICE agent was like, you got you got your fucking green card or whatever, this is this. And dude was like, am I in trouble? Did I commit a crime? He's like, no. He's like, the ICE agent's like, no. He's like, okay then, so I don't got to show you anything. He's like, yo, yeah, you don't. I'm just trying to ask. I'm trying to see if you're a legal resident. He's like, but I didn't do anything illegal, right? He's like, no. So I don't have to show you anything. And the
Mm-hmm.
ICE agent's like, nah, no, you don't. He's like, okay then. He's like, all right, well, I just, you know what I mean, yeah, all right. And then he walks away. It's like, yo, what the fuck, bro? That's the world we living in, bro. Where you just see a dude and you a stereotype. Like, oh
I mean,
damn,
yeah,
he's,
it happened with us all the time. People just
oh yeah, I know,
constantly come up
I
to
know,
us, you know. So, like I said, we like as black people, we have to understand we're actually not in this by ourselves. Like in
yeah,
this in this day and age, bro, we are not alone, and we
yeah,
actually y'all need to stop. I feel like we need to stop all the bullshit and crying because we don't have it bad right now. Yes, it's
mm-hmm.
bad. We got people dying. You know, police are killing black people. This is true, but I'm the type. I'm the type. They're also killing white people. Like
Yeah,
I get tired of always. It's always as soon as a black person die, it's here come another white cop killing black. Let's protest. Which I
yeah,
mean, I'm not saying that a lot of kids that have died or a lot of men that have died has not been wrongly killed. Because I'm really big on that. But every single time one dies, that doesn't mean that we have to protest unless we know for sure that it was unjust or we know for
unjust,
sure. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? Because
yeah,
I've seen
I agree,
videos where white cops have killed white people and it gets no PT, no playtime on air. You know what I'm saying? It's not that is they don't broadcast it, but as soon as a white cop kill a black person, it's World War III in this motherfucker. Like, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like, and it's
yep,
like, and y'all wonder why they keep us so low, and why, and because they don't. I feel like they keep us so low because they don't know how to move with us. As soon as they start making a little headway of equal, you know, us being equal and everything. We start doing nigga stuff, and when we
yep,
start doing nigga stuff, it reminds them of that's why we move the way we move with y'all.
yep,
You know what I'm saying? That's why
I
y'all
agree,
would never be equal with us. And it's
yeah,
true. It's 100% true. Like, and it's
yep,
sad, bro. It's
it
it's
is,
it's it's sad.
yeah, it is, bro, it is. I think just like you said, we're everybody is going through some shit, just like us. We're just the most publicized, I think. That's why. That's why it's like, oh, black folks are this and this because, like you said, it's on TV. Oh, this is protest or this and this. But everybody's going through some shit, man. Everybody's going through some shit. Like, well, Asians go through some stuff, but you
Mm-hmm.
don't really hear much about it. The last thing you heard about the Asians was when they were like punching random like old Asian ladies, which
Mm-hmm.
that shit bothered me because my aunt is an old Asian lady, and I wish somebody would. You know what I mean? So it's
Type.
just like everybody's going through some stuff, man.
We just
Just do
broadcast.
what you got to do.
We
Exactly.
just broadcast ours, bro. Like
Yep.
Puerto Ricans, Mexicans, they've been getting deported. They've been going
Yep.
through it. They've been hurting. Like they've been financially not stable, but they don't cry about it. You know what I'm saying? They don't. They do what they got to do and keep it pushing. It wasn't until Trump actually started pushing that deportation thing, the deporting them to back home to where they started actually rallying up. But
Yeah.
black people, but we gonna make it known. We gonna scream it to the top of our lungs until something happens, which I don't think is always nothing. It's not always nothing. How do I say it? It's not nothing wrong with that, but that's why it appears that it's always black against white, black against white, black against white, and
Yeah.
no other race because we're
Yeah.
loud about it. Niggas can't keep
Yep.
their mouth shut. You know how they go. We just loud about it. The other races, they take the shit on the chin until they just it's like, okay, we have to fight now. See, you can drop a burger on the ground and we're gonna fight about it. You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
I don't know, bro.
Yeah. I think a reason why we put a lot of shit out is because you're just tired of the unjust. So that you're trying to bring awareness to everybody about it.
Yeah,
That's the main reason why. But we can go on and on about this fucking
yeah,
shit.
we
But
could. That's a long
you know what I
topic.
mean? Yeah. So, full. Do you have any? So I've had this in my fucking phone for a minute. Do you have any like guilty pleasure shows that like or events or anything that you watch that people wouldn't necessarily think you would watch it, but you enjoy it and you watch it every time it's on or whatever, or do something that you some hobby or something like that?
Give me an example. I'm trying to see what you're
So for
talking about.
example, so a guilty pleasure is like something that you enjoy, but like okay, here I'll give you mine. So if I hardly watch TV, but if I watch TV and I'm flipping through and a dog show is on, like you know them dog shows,
Mm.
fool, I like watching them shits, dog. For some exactly. See your face?
What?
Exactly. It's a guilty pleasure. You wouldn't think that I like watching dog shows. Fool, I don't know. There's something about it. Like I can watch like the different breeds and just seeing like the pretty ass dogs, like because you're learning about a breed that you never even knew about, and
Mm-hmm.
then you just I don't know, you learn a lot from the fucking shit. You can see like the different types of dogs, the styles of them, and whatever. I just find that shit interesting, fool. So dogs for me is like dog shows is like I can watch that shit every time it's on. So I'll put it on and I'll sit there and watch it, see them fucking run and shit, and then they go to the next dog.
Yeah,
My
they
wife will
not
walk
they
in.
try.
Yeah, they try exactly. So fucking my wife will come in and she'll be like, "Can we change it?" Or like, "What?" Like you know what? You can watch it. I'll go watch something in another room. It's just like,
Okay. Okay, I see. Okay, so I got two. I got two of them.
mm,
One of them is really weird. Now that I look at it, because somebody said something to me the other day about it. I'll be on TikTok and I'll be watching them videos on TikTok. Every time it come up to my feed, I gotta watch it. Is where they change the hood, not the hoods, but the
horseshoe.
horseshoe on the horse's feet.
Okay. I wouldn't say it
Or
was
yeah,
weird,
I
but
gotta watch it every time. It never
yeah.
fails. Like it's so interesting to me how, and then some of them get infected or they get stuff
Mm.
lodged in there. I think that is so, and people think I'm so weird for what I will watch the whole thing. That and
Nah, not at all.
he, and that and people eating.
ASMR type shit.
I have to
Like
watch it. Like I,
mukbangs and
yeah,
shit.
if I watch it, if somebody's eating, I have to watch it. I'm sitting it, and I, I don't know. I just love it, bro. What you
I
eating
can't
today?
watch.
You know what I'm
I can't.
saying?
Yeah, I can't watch the mukbangs, bro. Like we
I
do our
love them.
own mukbangs, where we go buy a bunch of random shit and we'll
Mm,
eat dinner. But we call it a mukbang, but it's not a mukbang. But actual mukbangs are like, ooh.
I
But
love them.
that's
The
what's up.
sound of them eating. I know it's weird. It's weird. I know, but it's
Nah, it's
just,
your thing. You know what I'm saying?
it's just,
Whatever.
yeah.
Whatever. Fool, you find a lot of like crazy shit like that on TikTok. Like, fool,
Mm,
I'll get on the lives and then I'll scroll through and I catch myself. So you ever seen like the ones that like people writing people's names and shit?
bro, that irks me every time I see it, bro.
Full. So there's different ones. So there's one where the dude has like one of those fine pens. I don't even know what they're
Hmm.
called, and
Like
he's
back in the
writing on
day.
a yeah. He's writing on a canvas and like the sound of it like and it's like
Hmm.
super script or whatever. And then the thing I don't like about it, like I can watch those and it's just like, okay, that's clean. And then like the sound, it's like, all right, soothing. But I don't like, oh, okay, my friend. The way they're talking is just like, ugh. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, okay, thank you. Oh, yes. No,
Oh,
no, no.
the one with the, did you see the one with the sand where he had like the sand?
Yeah.
He wipes it
Yeah.
off
And
and
then
then
he
rewrites it.
pulls like he rakes it
Yeah,
when he's done.
yeah, yeah.
Yep. There's that one. And there's another one where a dude is like, or somebody is writing the name and they put it in like a bubble, like
I seen
a,
that
a
the little
liquid
purple
bubble.
bubble or blue bubble thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I
I was
seen
like,
that,
yo, what the fuck?
bro.
Like
But
it's
it's so it's just creative of the things that people, like you said, are interested in.
yeah.
Like it's people, and I think I went on that live that you was talking about with the bubble, and I think it was
Hmm.
like 1K
Yeah.
people watching it.
Full. So
So
many. So many.
it's crazy. Or the videos on TikTok where they be making the sound like the soothing sound. You know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about? Are they? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, and they didn't be that close. They be that close to the mic doing that, and it's like they say it's because it helps people sleep. It's soothing. Or
Yeah,
they
it's
had it like
crazy.
one woman, black girl, had these long ass nails. She just making a nail sound in there,
I
and people, oh
saw
my
that.
gosh, I'm
I
finna go to
saw
sleep.
that.
I'm finna go to sleep. I'll keep doing it. I'm finna go to sleep. Sound like sex stuff, but
Yeah.
it's soothing to them. But like you said,
Yep.
I never thought about it until you asked that question. There's a lot of
Yeah.
weird stuff out here that
Guilty
people are
pleasures, man.
interested in. Yeah.
And like I'll scroll and it's just interesting to me. Fool. Like there's so many interesting people and things that are out there. Fool, there's one there was like a dude and he has a treadmill going and he has like the cue balls going, like the pool balls on the treadmill. So
Oh,
I'm sitting there watching it and he's
like
like,
the
all right,
races, like race.
yes,
I
yes.
see those.
He's like, oh yeah, all right, which ball's gonna go off for which one? And I'm sitting there
Yep.
like, this is
But see,
moronic, fool.
and
And I'm just
it's
like,
TikTok, bro. TikTok done opened the platform
yeah,
for everybody. TikTok, I think, was it allowed everybody to do what they wanted to do, see what they wanted to see without having the the how can I say it, the the banning or like not being able to show things like YouTube or
yeah,
Instagram or Facebook, like where they're not censored or blocked. Like that's why they wanted to shut TikTok down, because they couldn't do nothing about what was being posted because it was an overseas app.
mm,
So like TikTok has opened up so much in people's minds of things that can just get you famous. Like like you said, with the race car pool balls. This man had over. I think I've seen that, but these people be having over 20,000, 30,000 followings. Like people
Yep.
love this shit. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? And I didn't even know that was a thing until TikTok.
Me
You know
too.
what I'm saying? So
Me too.
it's just crazy how creative people can be when it comes to getting big, and it's crazy of the things that people just fantasize and just like. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Guilty pleasures, like you said.
Yep. Like people try, but a lot of times people try too hard to be famous. Like I don't think that's a
Yeah,
world you want to be a part of. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
to each his own. But yeah, fool, you see a lot of crazy stuff on there, and I like that. I like the different shit because it's interesting to me because fool, there's niches for everything. Like there's a
everything.
niche for everything, and like there's within that niche is a community. It's
Hmm.
just wild. So like if you think about the scripture writing people, or like I like watching ESPN Ocho, fool. ESPN
Oh
8,
yeah,
fool.
yeah,
They have some of the dumbest fucking shit on there, but it's
yeah.
like professional sports. Like, fool, the slippery stairs was on the other day. I was watching that shit. I was like, yo, why am I still watching this shit? I watched it for like 30 minutes. Like, these motherfuckers are just tired trying to climb up these slippery stairs and shit and ring this bell. There was fucking grass drag racing where these fools had snowmobiles on grass and they're literally a drag race.
It's
And I was
crazy.
like, full professional kickball leagues,
But see,
fucking all
this has always been
crazy.
a thing, bro. This has
I
always been
know.
a thing. We just
I
did
know.
not know about it. That's why I said
Exactly.
TikTok has opened up so much for us in knowledge. I feel
Yep.
like I've gained so much knowledge. This is, I think, the first social media app where I can actually say I've gained a lot of knowledge.
You lose a lot out on that shit too though.
You can, but I think it depends on, like you said, what you're actually watching.
Yeah.
A lot of my stuff on here is about the industry, things that's going on in the industry. It's about like the top, like the new things that's going on in the news, like the
Yeah.
whole plantation, that plantation house. What is it called? The slavery house or whatever, the big house getting burnt
Plantations.
down. Yeah, or
Yep.
whatever. Like a lot of stuff come out, new music and stuff. So I think it all depends on what you're actually feeding yourself, because the internet can either bring you up or it can bring you down with your knowledge. You know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
you just gotta be cautious on what you watching and what you're actually looking at.
Yeah, because there's a lot fools like so TikTok in China is not like TikTok here.
Oh
So
no,
TikTok in China, fool, there is actual like educational shit to help propel their
that's what it was for.
society and their culture. Exactly.
That's what it
But
was for,
we took it, land of the free,
niggas,
and we over here doing dances and shit. You know what I mean?
bro.
Fucking
But did you see the videos when they took it from us for a day or two or whatever? I can't remember how long
yep,
they had actually took it away from us, and they was everybody from like Australia and everything. It was like, we can actually get famous now. United States is going. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
and so they but then you had some saying like it's so boring now. Like they didn't want TikTok no more because we were gone. You know what I'm saying? So it just
yeah,
shows like that's one way we come together as black and white people. Like we actually make content that everybody likes. You know what I'm saying? So
yep.
like I don't know, bro. It just shows how creative humans can actually be.
They are. They are, man. There's some amazing humans out there, fool, and you can learn so much with social media. Social media, fool, you can go on. There's fucking doctors and like psychologists and all kinds of shit. Fucking entrepreneurs that their page is actually teaching you some shit,
Mm-hmm.
teaching you how to be an entrepreneur, how to make money, how to
Mm-hmm.
do this, how to be a PT or whatever, whatever. So use social media to help. I mean, use it for entertainment purposes. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Use it to fucking meet new friends and network and shit, but use it to fucking propel yourself in some kind of way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But shit. But yeah, man. Fuck, I ain't got nothing else. Oh, full. You know what? Real quick. I gotta do that. I gotta do that. I gotta say I ain't got nothing else. But one more thing. Another guilty pleasure I like to watch, bro. I've been watching it a lot lately, and I
What
watch
hentai?
it.
My bad. My bad. As
Jeez,
you were. As you were. As you were.
jeez. Fuck it, hentai. Dog. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to those out there who like hentai. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I'm telling
You
you.
like what you like. You know what I'm saying? Eli's one of them. Yeah, that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
He
that is
was in
true.
Japan, folks. He used to be in Japan. You know what I'm saying? You know what I
this,
mean?
this is
But
true.
fool, you ever seen Power Slap?
Where they be basically like the game where they slapping each other and whoever
Yep.
gets knocked out. Do you like that?
Full. No, I don't.
That's what you into?
Nah. So when it first came out, I was just like, yo, this shit is the most dumbest fucking idiotic thing I've ever seen, bro.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? It's Dana White too, a UFC guy.
Mm-hmm.
So then, if I subscribe to the channel on YouTube and shit, I watch that shit. That shit is fucking crazy, dog. Crazy. They got the super heavyweights, like over 300-pound motherfuckers slapping the dog shit out of each other.
I can't watch it.
Full. That shit is.
And then watching their face actually swell up in live time,
yeah,
crazy, bro. I can't watch it.
Swell up, fool. Like that shit is wild. I wouldn't say it's a guilty pleasure, but fool, I've been watching it lately, and it's just like, yo, what the fuck? Why? Why, dog? Shit's crazy. My daughter, I was watching it, and my daughter was sitting down there eating. She's like, "Why are you watching this?" And I was like, "I don't know." I was watching the dudes, and I was like, "Yo, they have women doing it too." Mm-hmm. So I turned on the women, and one lady slapped this other lady, knocked her out, bro. She was like stiff, and she's like, "Oh my god, like this is crazy. Why are you watching this?" I was like, "I don't know."
But see, it's a sport for everything.
Everything.
It's insane.
I know, everything. But other than that, I ain't got shit else, bro.
Hey man, this was a great podcast, man.
It was deep, bro. It was a deep. We talked about some real shit, man.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So I hope y'all are listening to this and like actually like hearing what we're saying and talking about it and adding your 2 cents to it, man. You know what I'm saying? Adding your 2 cents, like, damn, that's real. Like, oh, why are they saying this? Oh, because of this, this. If you got points, man, put them in the comment section. Let us know.
And as y'all can see, we have two different perspectives. You know, I may go left, he may go right. Yep. But like he said, put it in the comments. Who y'all agree with more on certain situations, or who tripping? Most of the time, it's probably me. But who tripping? You know what I'm saying? But hey man, we appreciate y'all
because I'm the older cat. They're like, man, that fool, he's out of his time, bro.
But when I be talking on your level too. Now, some things I may go left on, but I'm not as young as y'all think. I'm 28, so I'm big bro status. He status. So but yeah, man, y'all appreciate the following. We know we've been going for a while. We gonna do better with that. We got to do better with that.
Yeah, definitely, man.
Thank you guys for still supporting and still, hitting us up, asking us when the next video coming out and everything. So we promise y'all we'll do better. Cause we would have probably been big by now. 2 weeks sounds like a long time, don't it, bro? That's a long time.
It's all good. Bro. It's all good. We gonna do better, and we gonna get big. Don't worry about it. That ain't the goal, though.
Nah, that ain't the goal.
Yeah, it's not the goal, man. It's just this shit's fun, man. I like chopping it up with the little bro, man. You know what I mean? But appreciate y'all.
I be hitting him up outside of this. He don't even respond. But we're not gonna talk about that.
No. That's cap. How y'all say it? That's cap. That mic don't work. I mean, you keep holding it up. That shit don't work. That's cap. Anyway, until the next episode, man. I'm Rob Ass Eli. Appreciate y'all. We out.